UFC Fight Night, Albazi versus Taira is right around the corner, and this fight night will be taking place in the UFC Apex. I think this is a pretty solid Apex Fight Night card. I'm not expecting like a title fight, but this card for the Apex is very solid. This card has a lot of prospects making their debut in the UFC, and it also has a lot of prospects that might have got their hype like derailed by losing like one fight. Like there's a lot of prospects that had some hype behind them. They lost one fight and they're coming back on this card. So this card, it has some underrated matchups outside the rankings of a lot of the divisions. And in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys my predictions for every single fight happening on this card. So without further ado, let's hop straight into my predictions. Opening up the card, we have Taira Rodriguez versus Ketlin Souza. And I'm going to be going with Taira Rodriguez to win by a decision. Next up, we have Felipe Bunes versus Rafael Estevam. And I'm going with Rafael Estevam to win by a decision as well. Next up, we have Nick Klein versus Andrei Puliev. And I'm going with Nick Klein to win this fight by a decision. Moving up the card, we have Rodolfo Vieira versus Tresean Gore. And I'm going with Rodolfo Vieira to win by a submission. Next up, we have Rinya Nakamura versus Nathan Fletcher. And I'm going with Rinya Nakamura to win by a decision. Next up, we have another prospect who's getting some hype behind him in Azamat Bakoyev versus Yusuri Belgaroe. This fight was kind of a short notice fight. He was supposed to be fighting Torres Finney, and I thought that was a pretty good matchup. But instead, we have a short notice fight between these two fighters, and I'm going to be going with Azamat Bakoyev to win by a knockout. Opening up the main card, we have Danny Silva versus Kevin Vallejos. And Kevin Vallejos, he is another prospect who's getting some hype behind him. A lot of people say he reminds them of Ilia Topuria. He has very good boxing, and I think that he's going to show out in this fight. I'm picking Kevin Vallejos to win by a knockout. Next up, we have the UFC veteran Neil Magny versus Elizeu Zaleski. And I'm going with Elizeu Zaleski to win this fight by a knockout. Next up, we have Karol Rosa versus Nora Kanoe. And I'm going with Nora Kanoe to win by a decision. For the feature fight of the card, we have a really good matchup between Esteban Ribovic versus Elvis Brenner. And I'm going with Esteban Ribovic to win this fight by a decision. Now for the co-main event in the lightweight division as well, we have Chris Duncan versus Mateusz Rebecki. And I'm going with Mateusz Rebecki to win this fight by a decision. Now for the main event, we have Almer Albazi versus Tatsuro Taira. And I think I'm going to be going with Tatsuro Taira to win this fight by a decision. I think this is a pretty clear-cut fight. I just think Tatsuro Taira, he's going to go out there and just out-grapple him for 5 rounds. He doesn't really have to stay on the feet for a lot of the fight. He can just literally implement the grappling, enforce the grappling, enforce the control, and just, out-grapple him. Ever since Almer Albazi, ever since he got that heart surgery, I think that he's not been a bad fighter, but he's definitely like declined in some of his aspects. You see a lot less speed. He's a lot more tentative on the feet. And I think Tatsuro Taira, he's going to take advantage of that and win this fight by a unanimous decision. So that's going to be it for this card. As usual, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.